Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Big Rig Banter here on the open road. If you can't tell, the scenery looks just a little bit different. That's because we're not in the driver's lounge where we normally are. Guests weren't available to come to the shop, and I'm not inviting anyone to my house, so we will be doing this episode via Zoom. Now, just note that the quality of the stream, the video at least, will be degraded due to that, because we're using cellular data on one end and my awesome home internet here. So, bear with us. The audio should sound fine, so I hope you guys stick around, and I hope you enjoy this episode. So let's roll the intro, and we'll see who we got. It's going to let you know that you're being recorded. Isn't that nice?
That's nice.
Did you hear it too?
Yeah, it gave me
Okay.
a warning and everything. I
Yeah.
had to hit OK.
I guess you can't be sneaky on using Zoom. Oh, he's recording it. No, I'm not recording nothing. And
Right.
so let me move this over here because I'm watching the feed and I'm looking off in left field according to the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah, you were looking off that way.
Well, because I didn't want the camera right in front of the monitor because I'm watching, making sure it looks okay.
Yeah.
And so, but anyways, so welcome back, Shane.
Well, thank you.
Uh I know you're no longer with us, and you've always said that you probably weren't going to be around for a whole lot of time because you were working on getting a truck, and you were missing the over the road life, the real over the road life.
I
So
never said that. I never said that.
we're ma-
But I
we're,
want to show
we're
I
playing
want to
nice.
show my I want to show my wife the country. She's never seen the country.
Yeah, see, real over the road. The only difference is you got to bring your wife along.
I like my wife, so I don't have a problem with that.
And so, well, we trying to say that I don't like my wife.
Hey, I'm gonna plead the fifth on that because that's a private conversation we've had.
Well, no, it's just it's one of those things like living with somebody and then having to go to work and they're still there. I don't know. That'd be a lot. I mean, that's one of the benefits of being out in the road in the first place is the whole solitude thing. You can be alone with your thoughts. You don't have to worry about what anyone else is thinking or looking over your shoulder or well, you don't have to worry about that second person saying, "Oh, I have to pee again." I'm like, "Well, we just stopped 15 minutes ago. Why I didn't have to go then?" Kind of like children.
Yeah.
And so, um, I'm wondering, has she ever gone out on the road with you?
No, she's never really even traveled.
Oh, okay. So has she
So
been anywhere?
not very many places at all. So we're gonna do a grand tour of the United States with her. I'm gonna take her up to Washington State because it's beautiful scenery up there.
Right.
And I want to take her down through Oregon, through the north part of California,
All the
up
good
through
sites.
Utah. Yeah, I just want to show her. And unfortunately, as much as I hate it, I will end up going to New York for her just to
Oh, no. See,
show her.
that's love right there.
That's what I think too.
So what's your first trip going to be? Where you want to go first?
Uh, I want to take her up through Montana and over into Washington, maybe over into Seattle, because you got
Okay.
that. What's that big river up there?
Columbia.
Yeah, the Columbia River. I've been on that road a few times, and I've always thought that was beautiful.
I-90.
Yeah, and you got Coeur d'Alene up there
Okay.
in Idaho.
Right.
I've always thought
Er,
that was the most
Say
beautiful
that
area.
again.
Coeur d'Alene,
I mean, Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene. It's French.
There's so many French people in Idaho.
Hey,
But yeah, well, going across 90, you get through Spokane and you get out of Spokane, you get to go down through the river gorge. That's
hmm
um I'm not sure if there's there's a pull off area there you can pull off to see the wild horse, not the wild horses. Is it the Wild Horses Monument? I think that's what it's called.
Uh, don't get me lying to you.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen that pull off. I don't know what it is.
Let's see.
I've been that way maybe 3 or 4 times myself. That's an area I've normally tried to stay out of
What? Why? Nice scenery up there.
because of speed limits.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what they are now. I mean, we drove
55.
up there. Is this no for trucks? No, I think it's 60.
All
Last
right,
time we were
maybe
up there.
60 for
Now,
trucks.
now California is definitely 55. Those people,
Mm-hmm.
their head in their ass. I'm like, really? Let's see here.
Well, I remember back when Ohio was 55, Illinois was 55.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
I even California is still 55. I don't know if they've increased their car speed limit since the last time I was out there,
I think
but
it's 75, ain't it?
no, I don't think it is. Maybe like on the northern part of I-5, out in middle of nowhere, when you, but
It's been a while since I've been to California.
right. Let's see. Can I share a URL? I'm curious. I want to check out this thing. This could be handy. But yeah, look up Wild Horses Monument. It's in Washington. It's right there by the gorge as you're coming down out of Spokane, going across that bridge and over the Columbia. It's pretty neat.
Okay.
Um, so Washington, that's kind of load you're wanting to get first off
Uh,
with her.
Washington, Utah,
And
you
when would
know,
she be going out on the road with you?
she's going out in April with me.
In April.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. She's going out in April. I'm thinking we might not go up north probably until May,
Right.
just
Well,
in case the weather don't hold.
then maybe stick around to the Midwest for the time being and wait till about May, and then you'll be leased on with Landstar, right?
Yeah.
So you won't have a dispatcher. You'll just go off of
Yep.
Landstar load boards. Is that right?
Yep. Dispatch myself basically.
All right.
Unless I get on that concert tour
Right.
program they have.
What I would do if to get a variety of scenery, I would take 40 all the way across. If you have a chance to, I don't know where you can park near Grand Canyon. I'm sure there's got to be some place but um, head find something going all the way over to like Barstow area. Apple Valley will probably be a load you'll probably find easily. That's just south of Barstow on 15. There's a
Yeah.
Walmart out there. I think there's also a Home Depot DC out there as well.
You got Home Depot,
Right. And worst case
uh,
scenario, go just past Barstow and go to take something to Bakersfield or something.
Bakersfield.
But then find a reload that takes you up to like Salt Lake City. That way
Yeah.
you can come back to Barstow and take 15. You can go right through or around rather um,
Vegas
Vegas,
and
and you'll go through that little corner of Arizona.
mm-hmm.
Make sure it's during the daytime because there's that mountain range right there, and you
Yeah.
can't see that there's a cut through to that mountain until you get like almost on it, and you start to make that last bend. And so that was really neat. I'm like, I can see where the road's going, but I don't, I don't see where the road's going. I'm like, where, am I
Is
going
it
up
a
the
tunnel?
mountain?
What,
No, it's really weird, and it'll scare the shit out of you at night because
Oh,
there's nothing there,
I've
and
got
so
pictures of it.
it's pitch black, and
Mm-hmm.
so especially if you have an overactive imagination, all you can see is the yellow line and the white line going down the road, so you don't know if there's a cliff on the other side of that yellow line. You don't know if you're driving against a cliff next to the white line. You have no idea. I finally went through there like years later during the day. I'm like, oh, this ain't nothing, but it's still really neat.
Yeah.
A lot of real wide shoulders. So if you had a pull over, there's plenty of places for you to stop. But yeah, that it was pretty neat. But once you get out there and you get through Vegas and all that, and you get into Utah, I think that would be a lot of scenery that you'll really enjoy. Just about every single rest area on 15 before you get to Salt Lake City is a canyon view.
Oh,
Really.
yes.
And so you're in the southern part of Utah, you're really close to the Arches Monument, national park anyways. So you get to see
Yeah.
all that down there. So if you can't stop in Arizona at the Grand Canyon, you can see the leftovers over in Utah, which is really cool.
Well, what we also thought about doing, you know, now that we're own our own truck and everything, is we can take our days off anywhere.
Right.
You know, so say we're here, we take our days off, we rent us a car, we go sightseeing in each of these little areas wherever we take
Right.
our days off at. And then that way she can really, and even me, because I've seen America, but I've seen it through the windshield of the truck.
Right.
You don't get me wrong. You can marvel at the beauty of America through the windshield of a truck very easily, but you can't get down to a lot of the stuff because you're in a truck.
Right.
So that's what we're one of the things we've been talking about doing is, taking our days off wherever we decide to, and then just renting us a car. Like this Christmas, coming Christmas, she wants to go to Times Square, down to Rockefeller Center and stuff like that.
No,
So
I
that's going to be
mean,
our Christmas presents
that's
to
gonna
each
be
other.
like we're gonna park in Albany. We're gonna get an Uber or something, and
No, we're actually going to take days off and take our personal vehicle up
oh, okay.
there and get us a hotel room, probably somewhere in Jersey, because I ain't staying in
Hell
New York
no,
City.
no.
And I
Tickets will
got
be
friends up.
astronomical.
I got
You work
friends
the
up
whole year
there,
just to get money for it.
right? I got friends up there in Jersey that I was in the Navy with, so I'm sure I'll meet up with them too
Right.
and have them because I want to go to the World Trade Center Memorial.
Okay.
And I've been to Manhattan 100 times in a truck,
Right.
but I've never went down there and been able to do anything.
Hmm.
So that's something me and her can do together.
Right. Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know if I'd want to even take my personal vehicle up there just because there's just a lot going on, obviously. And the traffic is crazy, which is portrayed in every TV show that takes place
Yep.
anywhere near there or any movie or whatever else. I don't think that they would over exaggerate something like that. That just, no, I'm good. So find a place to put your car. You have to take a
Exactly.
taxi or something to get to the hotel you're staying at. If you're lucky enough to stay downtown, I don't know about all that. No.
No, I'm
Now,
staying somewhere probably in Jersey.
yeah, I would like to see like town square, Times Square all lit up at night. That would be pretty cool. Um, Obviously Ellis Island, Statue of Liberty,
Hmm.
Empire State Building. What's the other one over there? There's a big building over there.
World Trade One.
Is it still there?
Yeah, World Trade One's the new one they built.
Oh, but yeah, I mean that's about as much as I'd want to see of New York, really. And some of the YouTubers that I've watched, they've lived in New York and they have small apartments and they talk about how much the rent is. Like, you're not making that much money on YouTube, are you? It's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, California's bad, but I think New York's got them beat as far as, paying for, $1,500 a month for a
For
four
what you get,
for
yes,
a 4x6 closet.
pretty much. Well, I know I watched some video of like the cheapest apartment in New York City, and it would literally fit in my kitchen and my dining room of my apartment. And it
Oh wow.
was like 1700 $1,700 a month. And
Yeah.
that's the same thing I pay for a two-bedroom apartment right now.
That's
And I
crazy.
consider it bougie. My apartment complex is a bougie apartment complex.
Right.
And I couldn't do it. I'm having a hard time paying the rent that I'm paying.
Right. Let me see here. When did I send that email? I'm trying to keep track of the time because on here, that's it here. There. What time was that at? 8:06. Okay. Yeah, the free version of Zoom meetings can only be 40 minutes. So
Yeah,
I want to keep track of the time. So like all of a sudden just disconnect right in the middle of thought. So
right.
Washington, going up from California.
Yep.
Now is she interested in seeing, has she, have you guys been to the ocean? Well, probably not in a
She
truck.
she's been on one cruise.
Okay.
So but she even then she didn't get to even spend really any time at the beach or anything.
Right.
Which no, I'm wrong. I wouldn't want to spend time at Galveston Beach either, but
No. We went down to Florida. We got an Airbnb down in Florida. Let me see if I can find that. It was really neat. It was in this huge tower building, and there was like, I don't know, 20, 30 floors or whatever. And they're all little small little like studio apartments. It was right there on the beach. Uh Miramar yeah, we were in Miramar Beach, I think, down in Florida. It's east of Pensacola. That's
okay,
really
so you were down there in the Panhandle.
Oh yeah. We had never really gone anywhere or done anything. Just
Yeah,
go to the beach. I mean, we've gone on cruises. We've did the whole Disney World thing. But we never just let's go to the beach. I'm like, and just do nothing, you know. That was different. That was a different experience. The whole doing nothing.
nothing.
I don't think people realize how, I mean, you used to always going somewhere with a plan and things that you're going to do and see. And we went down there with none of that. So there was no plan in place. So I don't remember seeing very many trucks, but that's always an option. And so, another neat highway is 10 after you get out of El Paso, because there's nothing to see in Texas anyways.
No.
Um, but I think it's on 10. A couple of those there's a rest area on 10, I think in Arizona. I think I'm pretty sure it's 10. There's like these huge boulders all over
Yeah.
the place. They're all stacked up. That place is pretty neat. Of course, there's signs everywhere. Don't climb on the rocks. It's
Yep.
probably because some idiot fell at the top, broke his leg, and they tried to sue the state or some stupid thing.
And watch for rattlesnakes.
Oh, I know. I haven't ever seen any snakes.
I haven't either. Not
It
around
make
the rest
it
areas.
makes me wonder how many I've walked right past. Heck, over in
Mm,
South Dakota, there's a rest area. Right before you go down this really long hill to go across the river, there's a rest area at the top of the hill, and there's a walking path that allows you to go kind of like an overlook. There's signs every so many feet saying, "Watch out for snakes." I'm like, great, this is where I die.
right.
Some dumb tourist, I want to see the water.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, but all that up there is really neat too, though. All across,
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna make it and it more like a tour.
right?
You know, it's one of those situations to where, oh, we want to go here. Okay, let's find a load there.
Well, in that case, you definitely had to head up towards like, go up to South Dakota and just go across South Dakota on
The
I-90.
Badlands.
Oh, that would be neat.
Yep.
Have you ever been?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that place is a trip. It was kind of wet. It was kind of misting, like a real heavy fog when we went through there. But it was on our, it was one of our road trips that we're going up to Washington to visit. And we figure, well, if we're going to drive, I want to see this, and this, because you see the signs for them all the time driving down the road in the truck, but you can't stop because you have a load or, you didn't do enough research a couple days in advance to see where am I going to put this truck? How am I going to get down here to see that? And so we stopped at the Badlands and Mount Rushmore. We didn't go see the Crazy Horse Monument, but we
Yeah.
went to this like reptile gardens thing over there. That was kind of neat. Oh shit, there's all kinds of stuff right off 90.
Oh yeah.
Devil's Towers over there. You might find a
Like I
place
said, it's just gonna be a when it happens, it happens,
right,
and we're no rush to. I'm not gonna try to cram everything into
right.
the first month or two.
tough part's going to be like, okay, what are we going to see first? What can we skip this week?
Nah,
You'll be driving down the road going, ooh, 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 ooh.
she's looking forward to it. She really is.
And so, yeah, I can see the short term travel thing being a thing, but
Well, she's my
my wife
business
threatened me
partner
out,
as long as my wife, so
right?
we're
Well,
doing it together.
my wife always, I'm so sick of these damn clients. I'm about ready to quit, and I'll just come out on the road with you. I'm like, whoa, 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 slow down.
Yeah, exactly. See, there's that private conversation we've had.
Oh, it's not that private. She knows it. I tell her all the time, hell no, you've lost your mind. You ain't, no, 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 no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. It's like, if you do, you're on the top bunk.
Well,
Because I'm not going to buy a truck. That's no, that's too much. That's like committing to the whole ordeal.
all right, how long have you been doing this?
Driving in general,
Yes.
I got my CDL in '02.
All right, so you're already committed to the whole deal.
No. See, I'm a company driver. I don't have to.
You're Mr. Company Driver.
The point is, the way I see it is buying. It's well, think about it like this. It's kind of like buying a house. You don't want the responsibility of having to fix the roof and do all the stuff, and because that's what you have a
You're
land
right.
for. So once you
You're
buy
right.
the house, you're in it. That's it. It's all you, baby.
You
And
know
so,
all about that.
it's kind of the same thing. The way I see a truck. If I'm gonna have to stay in it long enough to make sure that truck's well maintained. It gets paid off, and then I'm not. I wouldn't sell the truck until after it was paid off. So I'd be in it for long enough to make sure it gets paid off. But then I'll be like, well, hell, I spent all this time paying on this truck. I might as well keep it for a couple of years and make extra money for the next couple of years. And then it's just a damn snowball effect. I'm like, no. And because we've all had those weeks or those months where like just have just burn out and the whole driving thing. I just want to hang up the keys and oops, I
Sure.
forgot to renew my CDL.
Well, like I
But
said, I've owned trucks before. I'm not going to try to own more than one ever again.
no,
That's too much.
right,
Because when I owned mine, I was dispatching them from the driver's seat of mine, and it got, like you said, it was just too much.
right,
But just one truck, me and my wife, she's going to do all the white collar stuff because she's more white collar than me,
right.
and I'm more ring around the collar.
That's the way Jeff was. That was his favorite part. That was their deal. Um, he does all the backing and the dropping hooking, so she doesn't have to do it. I mean, there's times that she wants to get out of the truck and says, "No, I want it. It's my turn. I'm going to do it." Blah blah blah. But for the most part, he brought Tina on the road with her, with him, so that she could just do all the paperwork, deal with this damn tablet, do this computer stuff, do this paperwork stuff. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'll do all the fancy maneuvering, and you take care of all the paperwork. So,
Well, my
and
wife ain't getting a CDL. She done made that clear, and I made it clear because when I'm sleeping, the truck is going to be stopped.
what if she wants a CDL?
Nope,
I mean,
she don't.
you can drive for 6 hours, and she can drive for 6 hours, and y'all still be able to park the truck.
No, I think we're good with just me driving.
No
She just
offense.
wants to. She just wants to ride.
Do you have a tanker endorsement?
Actually, I do.
You gonna get hazmat?
No, I'm not.
I don't blame you. They have to recertify like every year or something, year or two.
It's every time you do your license, and it don't pay
No,
enough to
because
extra.
the hazmat rules and laws change so often. I thought that they had to go get recertified. Their hazmat endorsement needs to be recertified like every 2 years.
Yeah, it's every time you get your license done. At least it is in Oklahoma. That's where I had my hazmat.
Ah, damn it.
Don't be don't be throwing up on us now.
No, no. Coffee went down the wrong tube.
Yeah. In Oklahoma, it was every time you got your license, you had to recertify.
Hmm. I swear it was
And I
more
gave up
often.
my hazmat, and I don't intend on getting it back.
Yeah. I won't get a hazmat. Can't get a hazmat.
So,
Conversation for another day.
right.
But yeah,
So how's he been?
is she a motorcycle fan?
Yeah, actually, she is. Me and her are
Oh,
actually talked about God
yeah.
buying us one.
I see a stop over in Rapid City and Sturgis in your picture.
Sturgis, Sturgis.
So same old, same old, same old. Working.
Well,
God,
if I made what you made, I'd still be there.
yeah, that's privileged information. There's,
I'm not
there,
throwing the
there-
number out there.
but that with that, it makes it more difficult to um not sympathize, but see eye to eye with the driver who's has issues with the pay structure. I mean, for the most part, a lot of them are happy because for the one main reason is the fact that they don't have to worry about or guess what their check's going to be with it being salary. um, yeah, they don't have to. That's one thing they don't have to worry about is like, well, I only
Yeah,
ran this many miles. Don't worry about it. You're still getting paid the same. But those who end up in that rut where they get back to the yard on a 5 day with like 10 hours left on their 70 because they ran every single hour they had available for one reason or another because the way they're dispatched and they ran more miles than they were expecting to run, then well, yeah. So that's where you and I come up with the idea of coming up with like a sliding pay scale, which I'm still working on. 5 day was easy to kind of figure out. Um,
yeah.
but it's a 6 day because with a even number of days, it's easier for them to route you. If you remember or if you noticed, um, the way they plan, they usually kind of plan you out and then back.
Back, out, back,
And
out, back.
so they don't always run you in a triangle. Every once in a while they will. I have these past couple of weeks, I'd go up to Kansas City, then I ended up going through Oklahoma City down to Dallas and Dallas back or whatever. But for the most part, it's usually an out and back. Well, you can do out and back twice. That's 4 days. Well, then you have that oddball day. So um, they
You know
run
what they
you.
need? You know what they need to do on that oddball day? There's enough stuff going on just around Arkansas.
Yeah, they usually try to find like little local runs. That's why we started picking
They
up over in Fort
they
Smith and
wasn't
it's going over to Springdale.
they wasn't for me. It was Thursday. They were sending me to freaking Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah, I've gone to Atlanta on a Thursday to deliver first thing Friday morning because there's like two or three places over there that we load a lot out of. Two of them which
Yeah,
you
the
run.
Clorox and
Yeah, and over in
but I'm
the
just saying on that oddball day, for that 6 day. All right, if a person's running a 6 day, their base mileage is going to go up.
right,
All right, so all it is to adjust the sliding scale for that 6 day is all right, is the guy working a 5 day or a 6 day or the driver?
right,
They're working a 5 day or 6 day. Well, they're working 6 day. All right, then their mileage starts higher for their base salary.
right.
And then once they exceed that base mileage that is set, if they've exceeded that, then they jump onto the sliding pay scale.
Yeah, well, see, that's easy to figure out for a 5 day, but for the 6 day,
It's easy
it's
for the 6 day
well, yeah, but it just
at
it's
500
that,
miles.
but we haven't figured out. Well, I've noticed that the average per mile miles per day, 5 day versus 6 day, is different. 6 days, it tends to be if 5 days is based on average, we'll say 450 miles. That's 6 day. Your average across the board, our average will end up being like 375 to 400 instead of 455. And so, um, because they have those out and backs that are usually relatively close, Little Rock to Lawrence or Kansas City, then back to
Parsons
Morganton or
back
whatever.
to Stuttgart.
So, but all those are those out and backs. The first one might be like 550, but the second one, because you don't have to go way over here to pick it up, it might only be like 420 miles. And so that can't
Yeah,
drop
but you're
the hooks. You have to live unload. So that's it. 420 miles, you're done for the day. And so I've seen that happen more on a 6 day. The average per day is less than the average miles per day on a 5 day. That's what I'm saying. Trying to figure out. That's why I was like trying to figure out how that sliding pay scale would work on a 6 day would be more difficult. See if I can.
not really, because you're going to take the
Oh, cool. There's a timer.
take the take the base day of the mileage
Right.
of the 5 day. All right, then add 450, 500 for that 6th day. Once they get over that, that's when they go on to the sliding pay scale.
We'll have to see what the average is for the 6 day drivers. I know that they've been telling some drivers like, oh, you can either do 5 or you can do 6. You can't swap them in and out. I don't know why they tell them that.
Because you can use that to get a 3-day weekend.
So what? The pay period is from
They don't
Sunday to
they don't
Saturday.
they don't want that. They don't want you to have that 3-day weekend. If
They
the
don't.
wheels ain't turning, they're not earning.
They don't want you to have. Sorry. Um, but even when they started, I was like, well, sometimes I do 5 days and sometimes I'll do 6 days. It's about 50-50 for the most part. But if I have a doctor's appointment, I always set them on a Friday, regardless. So, yeah.
So you can come in on Thursday.
Yeah, I come in on Thursday. And if I'm going to come in on a Thursday to do that, I might as well just leave out Monday because it's a 5 day and I'm only leaving out one day later on my next 5 day. So I get a 3 day weekend. Unless I
Mhm.
want to come home on a Saturday, then I leave on Tuesday, which I haven't ever done. And no, Saturday's my day.
Right.
And so supposed to be my day. So
That's your honeydew day.
yeah, all kinds of crap. I got yeah. If this damn house would freaking sell, we've had two showings, and every time we look at a house, like, ooh, like this one was perfect. It had, well, not perfect, but it was originally a 3 bedroom. The two smaller rooms were right next to each other. And so they had knocked out the wall to make it kind of like a bedroom suite, kind of.
Yeah, you told me that.
So, yeah, it had the RV pad, it had the storm shelter, it had a shop, it had what like to call a man cave, which I thought was hilarious. She really was pushing the man cave. And so, I mean, it's only a single story, but it has one of those really steep roofs. So that's good for me because if I was going to wire the house with network cable, at least there's standing room to do it. It'd be a lot easier.
Right.
We had all these little things, and we knew how much she was going to want to like sell it. I know what she wanted, but she will take this, and we offered her that. And yeah, she sent a counter offer to another person who looked at before us, and they accepted. I don't know if she was surprised that they accepted it. I don't know what the offer was. I really want to know, but
Probably 10%.
well, I don't know. I wonder. It almost seemed like she was surprised that they accepted it. So I have no idea if she was going to accept our offer. She should have accepted it before submitting a counter offer. But the thing is, go away. Um, oh my God,
Well, we got a dog or a cat.
cat! You can't hear it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Um, shit.
My
Um,
wife's got 3 of them, so
we have 3 cats and 5 dogs, 4 dogs,
oh shit, you
five
got a
dogs.
zoo.
Yeah, but now we saw the house last Saturday. Last Saturday? Should have something. Yeah, it was last Saturday, I think. Yeah, but we were supposed to see it the Saturday before that. But she woke up. Oh, I'm not feeling too good. We got to skip today. And so we skipped that Saturday because I work for a living, obviously. And then she had a showing that Wednesday. and they submitted an offer with an expiration date time on the Sunday after we saw it. And so technically, we should have seen it first. We would have submitted our offer first. So she would
First.
have to accept or reject our offer first. Oh, so bad. I was so mad
Yeah.
because it had its own RV pad and everything. So it was full hookups for the RV. What?
Right.
And so these other houses were looking at it like, I guess we can park the camper over there. Well, probably there's room for it to be parked over here or whatever. But hell, that house we wouldn't even have to worry about. It has a spot that was literally paved for an RV with 50 amp
Right.
hookup. I was like, damn it.
There.
So irritating.
Perfect setup.
But yeah, every time we find a house, like, oh, let's go check this out. Oh, it's under contract now. That's when you get to the point where like,
Yeah.
I hate my job. Because if I was home, we would have went and looked at it already.
We
But
miss a lot. We do miss a lot being gone like we are.
oh yeah, more than a lot of us would like to admit. So
Yeah, I agree.
but I guess I better get started on my honeydew list. Well, I got like 3 minutes left before the meeting gets disconnected, anyways. So
Right.
it was good talking to you again. Well, thanks for coming
Yeah.
back, and I'm sure we'll see you again. And so
Yep.
try to stay out of trouble. No
Yeah,
promises,
you do
right?
the same.
All right, take care, bud.
Later.
Bye.